Welcome, everybody, to I'll Hang Up and Listen. Brought to you by where I currently am, Patty Beer Company, Rushers Premier Saturday. For locations and over 300 years. I apologize if it's loud, but there's a lot of people here for St. Patrick's Day weekend. Just looking for these comments. Evan, Robert, can you hear me in the comments? I'd appreciate if you let me know. You guys are moving out here. Obviously, you guys are the only ones that can let me know. So, Sabres lose the biggest game of the season, by and far, 4-1 to the Detroit Red Wings. And I'll start this by saying, absolutely terrible effort for 40 minutes. They open. Oh, the audio is messed up. I apologize, guys. I apologize. It's probably been something loud in here. How am I coming in now, everybody? Good? Good? This is a dry run. Am I coming in good? How am I coming in, everybody? All right, awesome. Coming in better. That is the man, the myth, the legend behind me, Greg Day, manager of the Fatty Beer here in Lancaster. Greg, what do you got to say to the folks? How has the sponsorship gone so far between Two Goalies, One Mike, and Fatty Beer?
I'm going to put to you like this. Can it have gone any better?
Where else would you rather be than right here, right now? This is our first time doing a live podcast on location, and we couldn't be more excited. Unfortunately, the Sabres didn't give us much to be excited about tonight. An absolute terrible effort for the final 40 minutes. Came out looked very good in the opening 20. Scored a power play goal from Paige Thompson, and that was really all she wrote. Detroit looked flat. Detroit pretty much looked like we did in the first 20 minutes, like we did in the final 40. And I must say that I wasn't expecting that from the team we've seen since the trade deadline, even like slightly before the trade deadline. I definitely expected a team to play with a lot of desperation tonight, and we did not get that. Nothing remotely close to that. And who is that on? I don't know who you blame that on. That's on Don Granato. Is it on the players? Is it a combination of both? I'm always the type of guy, and if you listen to this show long enough, you would know that I'm the type of guy that I'm going to put it on coaching. I mean, I'm going to say coaching before players, but coaching is a big part of it. I mean, how are they not ready to play in what is the biggest game of the regular season? This is a playoff game. This is the closest we're going to get to a playoff game all year without actually being in the playoffs. And they came out flat for 2 periods. They played a very good first period, and then it looked like they were skating in sand. Like, watching those final 40 minutes, I just felt like, were these guys out drinking last night? Like, what's the deal? Zach Benson, honestly, was probably the only guy that went out there every single shift, and I had no issues with him. And I could say that about Zach Benson every single game. UPL with 2 very iffy goals. I know I went back and forth with the part of the program on the third goal. I personally, even if you're being screened by Darlene there, you need to make that save. That was like 75, like at least 50 to 70 feet out on the wall from beyond the face-off circle. You don't track pucks like that when you're a goalie that size. I mean, if anything, you could drop into the butterfly and you might have a chance of that hitting you. Is it unfortunate? Is it unlucky? Yeah. But he went paddle down, for my opinion, really no reason. There was no reason to go paddle down. So, not that it was his fault, because it wasn't his fault. You can't expect a team that's played this way all season to just win games, especially when you're playing a team in Detroit whose playoff lives are also on the line. Like, how nervous are you as a Detroit Red Wings fan, or if you're the Red Wings, if you lose today? You lose 2. If you would have lost 2 games that were essentially 4-point swing games, if you're a Detroit Red Wings fan, you're really fucking nervous. And I gotta say, now you're sitting 5 points back. I don't want to say it's over, but it's over. I think that it's over. We got a lot of comments here coming in the chat. Thompson hasn't scored in 5-on-5 play since January. Embarrassing. For Rakeem Davis, Buffalo was getting out-muscled the whole entire game. And you can tell with Detroit, they played this game pissed off from their embarrassing performance a few days ago against the Sabres. Yeah, you kind of had to expect a performance like this from Detroit. You know, they were embarrassed in our barn just less than a week ago. They know what's on the line. They know what's at stake. And Buffalo did it. They didn't play like they knew what was at stake. Or today, sorry, with the Matt Nagy game. They didn't play like they knew that they knew they needed desperation, urgency. They got out muscled. They got bodied. The physical play was so uneven in favor of Detroit. That's not what I expected. I'm not gonna lie. I definitely expected a much better effort tonight from Buffalo. At least a 60-minute effort. Like if you're gonna lose, okay. I mean, you can't win them all, especially even if this is a must win. But to lose the way they did, that is so fucking inexcusable. And I go back to my point before: is this on John Granato? Is this on the players? You have how many players that got paid long-term extensions? And Cousins, Tage Thompson, Owen Power, Rasmus Dahlin, and this games like today are why you pay those guys long-term and pay them the kind of money you pay them. You pay them for games like today, and with the exception of a period of hockey for 40 minutes, they were non-existent. They weren't out there at all. I tend to put that on the coach. It's always going to be on the players, but I tend to put that on the coach because the energy level should be through the roof, in the room and on the bench before that game even starts. Before that first puck drop happens, you need to be, your energy level has to be through the fucking roof. And it wasn't at all. And that's inexcusable. I'm gonna hit some post game comments here from the one and only Brian Kozel, always with the team right after the locker room, or getting comments from the team right after they get off the ice for the locker room. And again, I'm here at Vandy Beer. If you're wondering what all that noise is, that is all the our patrons here for St. Patrick's Day weekend. A lot of people out here. A lot of green. I am not wearing green. Got yelled at a couple times, but I gotta support the new merch. So, okay. Comments here from Brian Kozel. Renato says it was more on what they didn't do today. He didn't think the Wings did something that was overwhelming, and they couldn't overcome it. We didn't play how we needed to play in the second period. We didn't have the jump. Some guys didn't look like themselves today. We pressed too much. And again, yeah, that's on the players, but like you as a coach, man, this is where I miss a guy like Lindy Ruff. You can't tell me that Lindy Ruff, after that second period, over the second period, after seeing that effort, knowing that what A, his job might be like, and B, their season line, he's not going to throw some shit around, start fucking screaming, start calling guys out. Like the effort, and it's not even like they see the third period. He did it. It was a joke. So, Tage says the ice was sticky. Says he wasn't a huge fan of it, but said both teams were playing on it. A lot of bouncing pucks, but no excuse. I did notice that too. I didn't notice that they did say something during the broadcast that it looked like the ice was almost like soft or too soft. Again, not an excuse. They both played on the same place. Tate says the referee said the puck was already covered when the puck went in. Yeah, I don't disagree with that call from the referee. Unless you're making contact with the puck and then pushing the pad in because the puck is exposed, then I can totally see that the argument for the Sabres there. But at the end of the day, I mean, he pushed his pad in the net. You didn't see them. You didn't see the stick make contact. We got Chris to set. You up. Hardo and their fatty beer club. It is crazy and wild here. I got right here. It is their mango. It's called, what's it called, Greg?
F yeah.
Fatty
Beer's first ever draft beer, crushable mango wheat. You're welcome.
Crushable mango wheat. It is delicious. I'm not a beer drinker myself, but this is really good. So if you're into that type of style of beer, the craft beers, get over to Fatty Beer in Lancaster. They'll be partying here all night long. Saturday night, lots going on. Great vibes, good music, good people. More comments from Tage. Those are the two desperate teams going at it tonight. They haven't won in a while. They are in their home building. We came out strong. We knew they would push back, but we made it a little easier. We made it easier. You didn't push back at all. Like, they pushed back, and you just took it. Gergens is definitely upsetting right now, but we still have 14 to go, and we need to move on and try and win the next one. Again, the season's not over, but they just made it more difficult for themselves to get back in this playoff race. Gergens says the Wings did dial in. They played really well, really good second period. More from Gergens. We came out pretty good with intensity, and we have to give them a little bit of credit. They kind of had a push in the second and third. We should try to find a way to be more consistent. Couldn't agree more. Darlene, they were really desperate. We had to play the same way. We never did. We never got the swagger or the real momentum. We didn't pick it up. Darlene, on what happened after the first. We thought it was going to be the same way in the second and third, and they came out desperate. They really wanted to see that quote. That quote itself really bothers me from Darlene. You actually expected them to just get in the fetal position and take it for 3 periods? No, their playoff lives are on the line just as much as yours are. Why would you think that? This is what disappoints me. This is coming from the alleged future captain of the hockey team. Why would you assume that Detroit isn't going to push back after that first period? They have just as much stake as you do. They're actually in a playoff spot, and then they lose that game. You're only 1 point back with all the momentum, with so much momentum, and still again you fall short of winning 4 games in a row for the first time this season. It's embarrassing, and to hear that from our future captain, or that's what everyone seems to think. I personally think it should be Alex Tuck. Yeah, that's inexcusable in my opinion. You can't expect a team playing with a massive amount of desperation and a massive amount of urgency, or should have been at least at the start of the game, to not push back the second and third. They have a lot of good star power. They have a lot of experience on that team. Like Patrick Kane, of course, he's the one that scores the eventual game winner. Patrick Kane has been in this situation before. Has been, this isn't his first rodeo. You'd think that guy's gonna speak up in the locker room after the first period, like, guys, like, we got to get our shit together here. Like, our lives, our playoff lives are at stake. You don't think they're not going to respond? And you thought you were just going to coast through 3 periods of hockey after that easy first? No way. And that's a huge lack of leadership on the bench, from your players. I hate that. Just want to remind everybody, this is brought to you by Fatty Beer Company. Currently am right now, one of their 8 Western locations. They have over 300 beers to choose from, including this mango wheat. It's called FES, the very first beer that Fatty Beer Company has ever made. So it is delicious. I'm not a beer drinker, but that is good. That is good stuff. And happy 316 today. Not just happy St. Patrick's Day. We can happy Austin 316 Day for all my Russian fans out there. Stone Cold Steve Austin 316 Day. Have a beer if you're scroll so cold. And of course, obviously, Buffalo Logo Apparel, the premier spot to get all of your Buffalo sports apparel needs. Your shirts, your hoodies, Sabres, the Bills, the Bisons, the Bandits. They got it all. Their coats, hoodies, shirts, long sleeves, and of course, you all know we got the goated Sabres Dominic Passion Cat here. I would show you guys if you want to see. Go to buffalologo.com or Buffalo Logo Co on Instagram and Twitter. Yeah, come on in, man. You want to go? Oh, checking it out. You're on. I'll hang up. He's on. I'll hang up and listen. How's it going? Unfortunately, the Sabres. Hopefully, people who didn't come here to watch the game didn't have much to celebrate. But yeah, buffalologo.com, Buffalo Logo Co on Instagram and Twitter. I'm going to go over the game stats here. Also, another thing, too, the Senators beat the Islanders. That is a huge game for them in the standings. And you're going to be sitting 1 point back. 1 point back. 1 point back in the playoff. In the playoff. Let's see here. I'm going to pull up the Sabres stats from the game. Sorry, there's a lot going on around here right now. This is my very first ever time doing a Q&A show on location. Tage Thompson, the Buffalo from the goal with assist and the rest. Talk Google Lukanen with 22 saves and 25 shots. Red Wings, 2 assists going to Andrew Copp, JT Copp with an assist, Robert Cobb with an assist, and Fisher, Patrick Kane, and Lucas Raymond with the goals. James Ryan with 25 saves, 26 shots against. Again, I look at that stat line. I know there's a deeper look in terms of analytics, I'm sure, and whatnot. Like 26 shots on that, the biggest game of the season. Again, it is useful. I don't know. That third period, I think we were almost halfway into the period. Buffalo had like 2 shots on that. Again, I mean, it's on the players, but it's also on the coach. Like, I don't know how you have to make adjustments after the first period. After the second. They pushed back. They took the lead. You have to make in-game adjustments to what they're doing to you. And they didn't. I don't know. It's disappointing. You know, they stuck us right back in. We're all still probably stuck back in into this potential playoff run. You know, we got excited with Bo Byram making his, in his first week as a Sabre, how well he's played. You see the Sabre team is so much faster and more dangerous for the past 2 weeks. And then biggest game of the season, we come out flat. So I don't know. It's tough. It's tough right now to really digest and figure out how to feel about that effort today. Stinks. I don't know. There's not really anything good to say about this game. Nothing. And you can't honestly think that you are going to get a perfect game from Lukanen every single time he's out there. Like, he's going to struggle from time to time. Always let him back goals. It happens. If he does as much as he has been there for you, you have to be there for him when he needs it. You weren't there for him offensively. You know, you waited till the third period to get bodies to the net, crash back. But that was only what the game was about. You had no other choice. You have to play with that. The last couple minutes of that game, you have to play with that kind of urgency all game. What was that all game? I don't know. I know you had to have advantage of the goalie. I know the refs were the best tonight for today's night. But those are just excuses. Those excuses are like assholes. Everybody's got one. And I don't know. I'm really disappointed in that. Now we go on a West Coast trip. It's pretty difficult matchups. And it sucks. It definitely sucks. The fact that people have given us president level goals since January 1st, we're so glad to go. There's just something missing about this sport. Irony, happy, the Sabres, even on St. Patrick's Day weekend. The guys in Irish like that's going to be a huge fight. Yep, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. This franchise has never learned when to keep and when to let when they take a lower draft pick for him and move on. No one is giving you a good player. This is a conversation going on in the chat. Okay. Sorry, we got a belligerent bar patient here. Third liners have more points than preps. He's a fourth line center next season. Let him go to arbitration. 20 points isn't getting him at payday anyway. The sound is terrible. I apologize, guys. I am on location right now, so I apologize if the sound does sound terrible. This is a dry run for us. I'm hoping more podcasts in the future on location. This busy. Obviously, it's extremely busy. This is why I never liked Krebs. He's not the guy everyone thinks he is. The average third or fourth line guy. That's what he is. Darlene and Greener are both physical presence for Buffalo. Benson gets thrown around way too much. I know he gets up like he has springs in his ass, but Benson was trapped a half a dozen times. And I made this point a couple times too when it comes to Zach Benson. Like, he is one of the more physical and energized guys almost every single game. But at the end of the day, like, he's not an adult yet. Wait till he grows into his body when he becomes an adult. It's a couple of years down the road, he is going to be an absolute menace to deal with. I don't care how tall he is. Have that guy put on about 15 to 20 pounds of muscle, and he is going to be an absolute terror. 100%. Krebs has not taken advantage of Middlestat being traded. I have to agree. He's had opportunities, and he's had every opportunity in the past handful of games since the trade deadline, since that trade was made, and he hasn't been able to find the back of the net or really set anything up with his line mates. So, and we know the talent is there. That's the thing. We've seen it, but you have to find a way to get that guy out of this rut he's in. I don't know. You don't put him on the first line. You don't drop down Tage Thompson. Take the reps. That makes sense. I know he scored, but Tage looks lost out there. I need way more reps too. I believe the effort was there, but we let a desperate team who came hard the last two periods. Yeah, again, they all looked flat for 240 minutes. I mean, it doesn't matter if Tage scored or not. Like, the team didn't look like they were ready to play. They already played for one period. Let's be real. But yeah, I'm wrapping things up here. I am at Fatty Beer Company in Lancaster, New York. If you get a chance, if you're looking for something, make sure you get down to here or any of 8 of Fatty Beer's locations all over Western New York. They have over 300 beers to choose from. Kid and dog friendly. Dogs all over the place, so you can bring your dog. And just great vibes. Again, I'm drinking the Mango Wheat FDA Fatty Beer's first ever draft, and it is delicious. Come give it a rip. Tell everybody at 2 goalies from one like Sanchez. So, wrapping things up here, Sabres lose 4-1, and really nothing worthwhile to talk about other than the fact that there was almost no effort from this team for the final 40 minutes. And that's great. So it's getting rowdy out here at the Vandy Beer Company, and make sure you guys have get down here and have a beer. I'll pull up the last comments here from Mauricio. We suck. NHL Network broadcast mentioned Sabres are not aggressive, not driving the net, not physical. You're not wrong. For the final 40 minutes, up until maybe the last couple minutes of the third period, that all those statements are true. All of those statements are true. That's correct, Duane, about Benson. He just didn't have the ass. He just doesn't have the ass yet. Unfortunately, it doesn't help us out right now. I agree. Kid will be a beast. Third period, Donnie went back to 53, 72, 89. The lane swapped up. Paterka did lose ice time. I don't agree with that at all. Paterka losing ice time makes no sense to me. That guy, honestly, has been one of the biggest surprises of the season. Has really flown under the radar, performed very well for the Sabres. A lot of the season been their leading goal scorer. I don't understand the idea of JJ Paterka losing ice time. But he's been, honestly, for the most part, at least for 75% of the season at this point, has done nothing but produce for you. So I don't agree with that either. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to wrap things up here. It's getting loud. It's getting rowdy. Not rowdy, but the vibes are great. There is a dog in the background. Check that out. This has been I'll Hang Up and Listen. Sabres lose 4-1 in a must-win do-or-die situation. And again, very disappointing, embarrassing effort. I'll hang up and listen, guys. You guys have a great weekend. Have fun, drink responsibly, be safe out there, and talk to you guys later. Go Sabres.